Welcome back to the Transform Your Mind to Transform Your Life, the podcast. You're listening to 5 Minute Fridays with Coach Myrna. Today, I want to talk on the topic reprogramming your mindset, how to get rid of your toxic beliefs and step into freedom. You know, we all have a mental script running in the background of our lives. It is that inner voice that tells us who we are, what we can do, and what we're not worthy of. But what if that script is full of toxic beliefs, stories someone else wrote for you? Beliefs like, I'm not good enough, success is for other people, or love always ends in betrayal. Just a few of the ones that I picked out of the hat. But there's thousands of these limiting beliefs that we all program our minds with. And these limiting beliefs don't just hold us back, they slowly poison your self worth, your dreams, and your relationships. The good news, you don't have to live with them. You can reprogram your mindset and write a new story. Your mindset is like your operating system, like DOS or Windows. How many of you know what DOS is? Put your hands up. All right, we're aging ourselves. DOS was the first operating system in the 80s. So you millennials and Gen Z are not going to know anything about it. But that's the operating system that I started working with when I got into computers. And a computer cannot run without an operating system, and us humans cannot run without a brain. You know, your brain dead, nothing is going on with you. If your body is alive, they consider you dead. They pull the plug, right? So, ever heard the phrase garbage in, garbage out? That's the phrase we talk about with computers because a computer cannot do anything unless we program it, unless we tell it what to do. And if we put in garbage, we're going to get garbage out. It's the same thing with us humans, right? So, whenever you program your mind or your operating system with toxic beliefs, guess what? They're going to run the show. So, toxic beliefs are, excuse me, toxic beliefs are deeply rooted, often unconscious thoughts that sabotage our growth. They're planted by childhood experiences, trauma or emotional neglect, cultural or religious conditioning, repeated failures or disappointments, and negative environments. Some of these toxic beliefs can include things like, I will always be broke. People can't be trusted. I will never be happy. No one really loves me. People with money are all evil. That one is a money block. You can't get money flowing in if you think people with money are evil because you don't you think that money is evil. So that's one of the ones that you definitely got to get rid of. So these beliefs operate like viruses. You know what viruses are, right? It just corrupt all your work and you can't get anything out of it, right? So these are viruses in your mental software. And what they do is they create fear, doubt, procrastination, and self-sabotage. But here's the truth. We can uninstall them. Just like how if your computer's not working properly, you uninstall the software, uninstall the operating system, and start over. We humans can do that too. So this is why you must reprogram your mindset. Your mindset shapes your reality. According to neuroscience, your thoughts create neural pathways that influence how you feel, behave, and perceive the world. Toxic beliefs create narrow, fear based paths. But when you replace those thoughts with empowering beliefs, you rewrite your brain software with confidence, abundance, and joy. So, this is what I'm talking about. Give you a few examples. So when you reprogram your mindset, this is what you're going to do. You're going to change from scarcity to abundance. Don't you want that? Victimhood to empowerment. Fear to faith. Faith. Shame to worthiness, right? So today I want to talk about 5 steps that you can do to reprogram your mindset and get rid of your toxic beliefs. The first thing you got to do is identify the belief. You can't get anywhere in life without clarity. So you've got to identify the belief. Start by becoming aware of your inner dialogue. Most of the times we're not aware because we're not living consciously. But pay attention when you say things like, and this is like either to yourself, which is probably usually where you say it, or even out loud. You say, I can never do that. That's just not who I am. I can't do that. Things never work out for me. Again, these are some of the things that I want you to pay attention to. And then when you identify the beliefs, then you say, whose voice is that? When did I start believing that I can never do that? Is this belief actually true? And how do I know it's true? Right? So you got to challenge the lie. Don't take every thought as truth. Use this formula. Is it fact or fear? What evidence do I have for this belief? What evidence do I have against it? Yeah, you're doing a comparison here. You're doing an audit, right? So you got to do the for and believe and against. For example, the belief that things never work out for me. You are probably focusing on the one time something did not work out. Don't feel bad. This is what the brain does. Apparently, it does it so it can protect you, right? But we must live consciously and understand when it's going on, right? I am sure that when you challenge this belief that things never work out, you can make a list of 10 times that things worked out for you, but your brain is only concentrating on the one time it didn't. It's the same with compliments. It's the same with things that are going bad for you. You can have 10 positive compliments, but if someone says your butt is big or something, you're going to concentrate on that one all the time. That's what the brain does. So, most toxic beliefs, though, crumble under the light of logic and love. So you can rewrite the script. Turn that toxic belief into truth-based affirmation. Turn, I will never be successful, into, I have everything I need to create success. Repeat the scripture found in Jeremiah 29:11 that says, for I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. That's the promise of God. So why are you going to be going around saying, I will never be successful? It's written into your DNA, right? Change that thought, rewrite it. The other one, I am not lovable. You change that to, I am worthy of deep, unconditional love. I am a woman any man can love. You got to say these things to yourself and you got to actually believe it. Affirmations are no good if you don't believe them when you say them. And when you believe them, it starts rewiring your circuitry. Okay. Your brain is not going to keep feeding you garbage because you are replacing those garbage with flowers, right? Beautiful, positive thoughts. And what you do is you speak this new belief daily, out loud and in writing, so it gets into your heart, right? Number 4 is you have to take aligned action. Your brain believes what you do. So prove the new belief to yourself with aligned action. If you're reprogramming a belief around worthiness, take a bold step that honors your value. See yourself winning. See yourself with a man that loves you. See yourself getting a promotion, etc. Whatever it is that you want. Because guess what? God knows the desires of your heart. And it's time you believe that he grants you the desires of your heart, right? You just got to do something. So take small actions that build your confidence, and confidence crushes toxic beliefs. All right. I like that word, crushes. All right. So, number 5, surround yourself with new energy. Your environment reinforces your mindset. Surround yourself with uplifting people, empowering books and podcasts like this one. You're in the right place. Positive habits and routines, because what you consume, you become. So eat and drink positivity all day long, every day. They say that you're the average of the 5 people you associate with. In these times, most of us don't have 5 friends, but you can have 5 podcasts that you listen to on a regular basis. You can have 5 authors that you follow and read. Those count because that's what you're putting in. That's content. That's positive information, and your brain will rewire with these positive information. So, here are a few other affirmations to reprogram your mindset. Say these affirmations every day. Repeat them daily. And if you can, several times a day, right? But you say, I am no longer available for toxic thoughts. I choose to believe my worth, not my wounds. I release the past and rewrite my future for purpose. I am free from toxic beliefs and open to infinite possibilities. I am successful. Claim it, right? So, as we wrap up, here are some final thoughts. Remember that you are the programmer. You are not your past. You are not your pain. And you're definitely not your toxic beliefs. You are the programmer of your mind. And it's time to upgrade your system. When you reprogram your mindset, you unlock a life that reflects who you truly are, not who you were taught to be, not who someone else said that you should be. Don't let old lies write your future. Hit delete, install truth, and watch your life transform. Are you ready to rewire your thinking for good? Start today, because you deserve a mind that works for you, not against you. So, if this episode spoke to your soul, drop a like and share it with someone who needs healing from toxic beliefs. You can also love comments, I love feedback. So you can also drop a comment if you're watching on YouTube. Then drop a comment. Tell me the toxic belief that you're going to rewrite. Claim it. Write it down. Speak it. Because once you do that, you are making a change. It's the first step. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in to this week's episode of 5 Minute Fridays with Coach Myrna. Today, we were talking on how to get rid of toxic beliefs and reinstall your operating system, changing your mindset. All right. Love talking to you. Until next time, namaste.